Parasite is a film built on spatial design. Bong Joon-ho uses mise-en-scène through his use of windows, food, and especially vertical movement to make class inequality visible. Parasite turns a carefully constructed environment into a place where inequality is lived, seen, and climbed. The film begins in the Kim's crammed semi-basement apartment where a small street-level window is the only view to the outside world. The exposure to pest control spray, the flood, and a stranger urinating in front of the window are a constant reminder that the family exists at the bottom edge of society. They are always vulnerable. By contrast, the Parks live in a modernist fishbowl mansion defined by expansive glass walls and clean lines. Their large windows do not create vulnerability, they laugh at the idea of someone breaking in. These glass walls transform the home into a display of wealth. The contrast between these windows, one grimy and exposed and the other pristine, becomes a visual metaphor for class difference. Film scholar Emily Yeh writes that modern East Asian culture emerges from negotiating translations across cultures, languages, and ideologies. The Park family home embodies this idea perfectly. Its sleek international style is a translingual performance of class, borrowing from global modernists' aesthetics to signal wealth. Meanwhile, the Kim's environment reflects local survival. White rice, cheap beer, and cluttered rooms. The food becomes another visual register of inequality. The Parks enjoy fresh fruit, elaborate meals, and the luxury of choice, while the Kims eat what they can afford. Jason Mittell writes that narratives are shaped both by satellites that add texture and meaning and kernels that drive cause and effect. A satellite adding this texture is the progression and regression in the Kim family's economic status displayed by their interactions with the pizza restaurant. They start by folding boxes, to dining there, to passing out flyers for them at the end of the film. In Parasite, seemingly insignificant plot points like no peaches allowed in the house slowly become kernels. The peach allergy, at first just a minor detail, becomes a turning point that reshapes the relationships between all the characters. Through Bong's use of mise-en-scène, satellites, and kernels reveal how the smallest details of daily life are structured by class. Nowhere is this clearer than Bong's use of stairs. The Park house is full of upward and downward movements, from the polished living room to the hidden bunker. Movement in this film is never neutral. Every ascent or descent is a reminder of who belongs where in the social hierarchy. To understand Bong's commitment to space, it is useful to compare briefly to Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love. Stephen Teo notes that Wong has created an illusion so perfect, with mere hints of a locality to evoke time and place. Bong does the opposite. Instead of hints, he builds an entire architectural world from scratch. The Park mansion was fully constructed for the film, precisely so that class could be materialized in the base itself. This use of verticality is most evident during the flood sequence. After the Kims escape and descend downstairs, down hills, through tunnels, until they finally reach their submerged home. This descent is both literal and social. The water does not just fill up their space, it exposes how fragile their place in society truly is. For the Park family, rain is something to be enjoyed. For the Kims, it ruins their entire living space. The film ends on a window, with Kevin imagining a future where he buys the Park mansion, but this fantasy is framed like the others, through glass, through distance, through the impossible, where he is merely a spectator in this upper-class society. Parasite uses mise-en-scène to spotlight class dynamics. Through windows, food, and stairs, Bong Joon-ho transforms everyday spaces into structures of class power. In this film, inequality is not just a theme, it is the architecture the characters live in.